sorry that I'm finally able to get around to this story here, but you saw that maybe was it Deadline that talked about last year's flops, kind of, if you will. And it's insane the amount of, eggs that have been laid. Look, box office flops happen all the time. This isn't anything that's unique to, let's say, Disney or anything like that. But Disney does have its share of L's. They're totaling themselves. We said that they lost this amount of money, or they lost a lot of money. But Strange World, if you remember that movie that we talked about, that flop, lost $197.4 million. Unbelievable. Another Disney product, Amsterdam, I don't even remember that, lost $108 million. Lightyear lost $106 million. We talked about that, thinking that Chris Evans could carry a movie like that, like he's a star, is insane. You see some other L's that have been caught, but you see that just looking at Disney has what, 3 of them at least that they're highlighting of the L's it is that they took. And those are significant amounts of L. I know we get this impression that they're like foolproof, right? Disney is in a good spot because they're able to subsidize their other projects through other means. I think you guys need to be looking at how much money they make from those damn parks. It's like crazy that there's people out there like, I won't watch another Disney film, but they will go to their parks. And it's like they're making more money off of that than you can ever imagine. Okay. That's where the money is for them. And that's how they're able to subsidize these terrible projects. But they're not foolproof. And it's not like they aren't adjusting their economics. Bob Iger, hell, Chapek before he got canned, Bob Iger has been saying, hey, they're doubling down on a lot of stuff. They've at least been talking about, consolidating, limiting the amount of projects that are being put out, as well as trying to make more quality ones. Good luck on that. But you've seen the layoffs. I think there's even more maybe on the horizon. 7,000, if I'm not mistaken, people. We know how much money they lost in streaming services as well. So when you're losing that much money on one film, a few films actually, and then you're losing $2.5 billion a quarter or on a quarter, yeah, you start to hurt. These companies, just because they are around, does not mean that, look, I'm not going to sit up here and act like they're just going to go under tomorrow. That's not realistic. But they can exist in different capacities in comparison. I mean, you think about all the assets that Disney has right now. You think they just got those by way of getting them just to get them? No. They went under in a lot of cases, some of the companies it is that they've ended up buying out. So Disney themselves can start selling off assets as well when they find that it's just becoming too much of a burden. And I think that's the part that you need to keep an eye on. But if people that, let's say, I think they do get a lot of support out of spite. They like to think I get support out of spite, but I do think Disney gets a lot of support out of spite. But they can't just crap gold anymore. It's not the case. They had a window with the Marvel Cinematic Universe that they could just crap out $1 billion film. Those days are no more. Those days are no more. We're seeing even with the Guardians, you've seen some. I mean, take that for whatever you will, the trajectory or the box office predictions. Some are saying it ain't gonna do good, and it may not. So they're not foolproof. Take advantage. If you are creative, man, these guys are holding L's, man. Take advantage. If you enjoyed this video and want to support other content, please become a member at ericdjuly.com. This is my own unique platform that replaced my Patreon. Our Ultramax, which is our highest tier, gets free shipping domestically, even with Rippaverse orders, and are able to redeem the Creators Edition copy of ISOM #1.
You can move up and down tiers or cancel at any time. Also visit Rippaverse.com. This is my comic book company that launched a $3.7 million campaign. We appreciate your support.